This woman gambled away her son's entire inheritance, and when someone asked him how he felt about it, his response was so shocking most people wouldn't believe it. Her name is Dr. Martha Ogman. She isn't some reckless 22-year-old blowing rent money in Vegas. She's educated, polished, wealthy, one of the casino's biggest players. The staff knows her by name. They smile when she walks in. She's not treated like a problem. She's treated like royalty. There's a moment at the cashier's desk where she casually asks for $500, not because she needs it, not because she's desperate, just because she's starting her shift. That's what it feels like, a daily routine. Someone jokes with her, asks if she's sure she wants it. She smiles and says she's going to gamble it. There's no hesitation in her voice. It's not dramatic, it's just normal. Then later she drops the number, $4 million. That's how much she says she's lost in 7 years, $4 million. When the casino manager hears it, she confirms it without blinking. They have it on the computers. She's one of their biggest players. And here's the part that makes this story uncomfortable. She says she enjoyed every moment of it. Not regret, not shame, not even defensiveness. She genuinely seems satisfied. When someone asks if she's worried about running out of money, she laughs like the question doesn't even make sense. On the casino floor, she admits there's no skill involved in slot machines. You just press the button and hope. She wins $20. Someone tells her to cash out. She doesn't. She presses it again. She loses it. She shrugs. It's part of the rhythm. When she's asked if she's addicted, she says she can quit anytime. She just doesn't want to. She enjoys it too much. Now here's where it shifts. The cameras follow her home to a gated community behind the Hilton. It's not some tragic setting. It's comfortable, quiet. Her son is there. She calls him her delicious child. He seems calm, polite, almost amused by everything. And then the interviewer asks the question that changes the tone completely. Isn't she gambling away his inheritance? She doesn't flinch. She says whatever is left he can have. Then they ask him directly, what do you think about that? And this is the moment that stays with you. He shrugs and says, if there's nothing left, there's nothing left. No anger, no resentment, no dramatic confrontation. He says gambling makes her happy. So it's fine. That response almost feels heavier than if he had yelled. Because think about what's actually happening here. This isn't money she found. It's generational wealth. It's security. It's the difference between your future being guaranteed or uncertain. And she's feeding it into machines that she openly admits are designed to beat you. And the crazy part is, that interview was 16 years ago, and back then, slot machines were practically caveman technology compared to what's on casino floors today. We're not talking about the old school cherries and bars machines anymore. Modern slots are full-blown sensory warfare. If you've stepped into a casino recently, you've seen them. Dragon Link, Huff and Puff, Lightning Link, Buffalo Gold. These aren't machines. They're theme parks in a box. Giant screens, explosions of color, music that swells like you just won the Super Bowl when you hit what is technically a tiny payout. Animated dragons breathing fire across the screen while coins rain down in cinematic slow motion. And here's the sneaky part. You can be losing money and it still feels like you're winning. They call them losses disguised as wins. You bet $5, you win $2.50, and the machine celebrates like you just discovered gold in your backyard. Lights flashing, sound effects popping off. It doesn't matter that you're down overall, your brain just got a dopamine hit. 16 years ago, machines weren't engineered this precisely. Today, they're tuned like lab equipment. Psychologists, behavioral scientists, software developers, all working together to figure out exactly how to keep you seated. Near-miss mechanics, bonus rounds that trigger just often enough to keep hope alive. Progressives ticking upward in giant glowing numbers so you always feel like the jackpot is due. It's not gambling anymore, it's retention design. And Martha was already losing $4 million on the older versions. So now ask yourself something uncomfortable. If she was one of the casino's biggest players 16 years ago, if she had already dropped millions when the technology was less immersive, how much has she fed into those machines since then? As of about 6 years ago, she was still alive, 92 years old, still living in the same gated community, still close enough to see the casino from her neighborhood, still gambling. Think about that timeline. If she was losing millions in her 70s and 80s, and she kept going into her 90s, that's not just a chapter of her life. That's decades. Decades of spins. Decades of flashing screens. Decades of just one more. And if she's still alive today, odds are she's still walking into that casino, still greeted by name, still sitting down at whatever the newest, loudest, most animated machine is on the floor, and her son still watching the inheritance shrink in real time, because this isn't a story about one wild year, it's not a meltdown, it's not a dramatic collapse, it's a slow, sustained drain that stretches across decades. That's what makes it almost eerie. There's no big explosion, just spin after spin after spin, and the machines only got better at doing their job. And maybe that's the strangest part of this whole story. There was no dramatic crash, no headline about bankruptcy, no family screaming intervention. Just a woman who made her money, sat down at a machine, and decided the feeling was worth the cost. Spin after spin, year after year. And the casino never has to chase you when you walk in willingly. What sticks with me isn't even the $4 million. It's that calm shrug from her son. If there's nothing left, there's nothing left. That kind of acceptance only comes from knowing you can't compete with something that's engineered to win. If you found this story interesting, unsettling, or just fascinating from a psychological standpoint, make sure you subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and I'll be breaking down more real gambling stories like this. The wins, the losses, the psychology behind it, and how these systems are designed. Because the stories are wild, and the math is even wilder. I'll see you in the next one.